Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Review Network. So, today I want to talk about One Piece, more specifically, the live action. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to say, you guys, this video will be unedited. I don't plan on doing any editing. I want you guys to hear me and live, I guess. And I really don't want to edit anything. I want you to hear my emotions, how I'm feeling. I feel like sometimes when I edit things, I'm cutting out some of the best parts, and you guys are not going to get like the excitement or just like, or whatever, however I'm feeling. So, excuse the choppiness, excuse the whatever, the quality, the stutters, the whatever of character flaw you see, excuse it, because I'm not gonna edit this video. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. So, I wanna talk about the cast first. Now, I know the cast has been out for a little bit for the live action, but I didn't know anything about that, mostly because I kind of just put the One Piece live action in the background, only because we've seen so many people attempt to do live actions. Some has, decided to go through with it, some have not, and so I just figured, like, One Piece is a part of the big three in anime, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. So I never thought that anybody would attempt to touch it, but here we are. And now we're even further along to the point where they're giving us sneak peeks. So from my understanding, things are pretty much already almost done. It's interesting that we're getting a One Piece live action. But Netflix is taking charge, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with it. But I want to talk about the cast first. I saw the cast, and in my honest opinion, I'm actually not too mad at that. It's diverse, but I did my research, and I wanted to see how other people were feeling, and I also wanted to see why they chose these certain people for their parts, and it turns out that it actually makes perfect sense. So if you guys didn't know, every last person that's been casted as their character is actually from the same ethnicity, and that's interesting because it wasn't something I just want to point out. I only recently started watching One Piece a couple years ago. After Naruto ended, I never actually watched any other anime, and I kind of just started watching a whole bunch of different ones, and One Piece happened to be one of those. I'm still not finished with it yet, but I'm pretty far along to the point where, when they come out with season 1, I'll know what's going on and who's who. But anyways, so yeah, the characters definitely make sense. And I do enjoy that. I love diversity. It makes me nervous sometimes when they try to change things too much, but it makes sense, and it does help bring in a wider audience. So that's good. Now I do want to say, after not only did I see the cast members, also I'm gonna try to put some photos up so you guys can see who they are, just in case you haven't seen them. But anyways, I did some reviews, not reviews, some research on the cast members, and I just wanted to see, like, as far as acting wise, what is it? What kind of experience do they have? So. The only ones I was able to actually successfully find was like Luffy and Sanji and Zoro. And I feel like, and I saw not a picture, but it was like a little clip of Nami's character. I mean, the actress that's gonna play Nami. So it's those people, and honestly, they all fit the bill perfectly. Like, honestly, they're perfect for those roles. I mean, I could tell these people really took their time in finding like the right people. Like, they were not gonna mess this up. So they definitely took their time. But I will say, like One Piece, after watching One Piece, and if you watch One Piece, then you know, the show in general has like a goofy type of like vibe to it. Like when the crew are together, they're really goofy and they have a lot of fun together. So it's not those moments are good, and it's definitely good that they found people that can reflect that perfectly. But there's a lot of not a lot, but there's some bad that comes with all of that fun and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these actors and actresses portray the emotional side of things. More specifically, Luffy, Nami, and Usopp, because they have a lot of like goofy moments. Luffy and Usopp the most, but they also have a lot of moments where they're just like really like emotional. And since season 1 is going to be based off the Arlong arc, I believe. I don't want to say it wrong, you guys, but it's been a minute since I watched the first arc, and I do believe that that's what it was. Correct me in the comments, please. But yeah, I definitely feel like Nami is going to have to also have a very emotional side to her that portrays well, because we saw a lot of that in the anime. So I can't wait to see that and see how she does that, because I feel like even with the large amount of money that they're putting into the show, it's definitely important. I mean, even if the actors and actresses look like their anime counterparts, it's still important to be able to act as well. You know, really, really act. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of people are really like, oh my god, the guy who plays Luffy, he really acts like Luffy in real life. And although that sounds good at first, you guys, but Luffy has other sides to him, as we've seen in the anime, and it's like, okay, well, how do we know this guy is going to be able to handle these other emotions well, just like he's able to portray this goofy side all the time? There's just something just to keep him, something I was thinking about. I don't know. I always like to just like really analyze things. I don't want to just see it on one side, because there could be other ways to think about it too. But anyways, something I also noticed was that the cast they have, I was trying to look up and see everybody. There's a lot of people, the Marines and different people like that. But now I didn't see some of the other crew members, the Straw Hat crew members. And I understand why. If season 1 is going to be based off the Arlong arc, then that's understandable. That's fine. Because we won't see any of them for a while. And honestly, One Piece has such a long story that I feel like this show, if done right and successful, it could have like 10 plus seasons, honestly, or more. Like it's like over 900 episodes of One Piece, and they're really starting from the beginning with this with season 1. So not technically the beginning, because the Arlong arc is introducing Nami, and I believe we had already met Usopp and Zoro, and I feel like Sanji, but I don't know if it was Sanji then Nami or Nami then Sanji. I can't remember, but I feel like we had already met. I feel like we already met. Oh, maybe we didn't meet. No, I don't feel like we met Sanji yet. But anyways, he's there, so which means either they're gonna switch some things up, or he was there before Nami. But anyways, yeah, I am. I'm excited about it after seeing the cast and the sneak peek, which is part of the reason why I decided to do this. Was because I saw the little sneak peek. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But I also want to mention a lot of people talking about Sanji. The guy who plays Sanji, I'm really interested to see what you guys think about it. Sanji has that charming, daredevilish type of persona, but Sanji has his goofy moments just like the rest of the crew, and this guy just doesn't come off like that. I couldn't find any clips. I feel like they said he's had acting experience, but I couldn't find any clips. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He just don't seem like the Sanji. Like he doesn't give me Sanji. I don't know, but I don't know what you guys think. Tell me what you think. But to me, it's not Sanji. And then honestly, unless they're just giving Sanji a new look, I know they're gonna do wardrobe and things like that to change and help, change it. But I've seen some of the fan art for this guy, and it still does not give. He doesn't look like Sanji in any way, to me, in my opinion. Like I don't feel Sanji coming off of him like I do with the rest of the crew, which is the only reason I have an issue. Like if there was other people that were just like a little bit off, like even Usopp, like he's a black guy, the guy who's playing Usopp is he's an African American guy. And so for a lot of people who watch the anime, like as far as myself, I never looked at Usopp as an African American man. But he has a darker look on his his complexion is a little darker than the rest of the crew. So I guess technically it does make a little sense. I can excuse that because the guy is still who plays Usopp still is goofy like Usopp in every way. I saw a lot of clips of him, and so I was just like, okay, well that's fine or whatever. So I just thought that was interesting that they all seem still similar to their anime counterparts, but it's just Sanji that just seems so out of place. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it differently after I see the first official trailer. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to pull up the photos for all of these people. So I'm interested to see how you guys feel about the cast members. And now I want to talk about the sneak peek that they gave us. You guys, this is where, as a fan, things get complicated for me. Because, listen, if we all been through this Dragon Ball situation, the live action, we we try to never think about that moment, that movie never existed. We try so hard. And then we've even had other attempts with like Death Note. No, for me. It's just, I don't know. But after watching this sneak peek, Netflix has really taken their time. In my opinion, this might be successful. I don't want to do that to myself, get my hopes up. I feel like a lot of anime people, anime lovers, never get their hopes. That we never get our hopes up when there's rumors about a live action because we've been disappointed so many times. But still, I want to have hope this one time, and I only want to have hope because that sneak peek was just like okay, so I know when they do this, it's probably going to be a lot of CGI, right? Because they're on the ocean. It's they're powered people with fruit power that come from fruits and stuff like that. It's just it's I know there's gonna be a lot of CGI, so I was just like, really just like, ugh, I don't know how this is gonna look, whatever, it's just gonna be way too much CGI. Some of it's just not gonna come off natural, but they're building the sets, like they're building boats from like the ground up. Like the boats are legit boats, like they're on water. Like there's a scene where not a scene, but there's a little clip where it shows you that one of the boats they build was like on the ground and then it ends up on the water. Now, which I thought they were going to CGI the water, but no, it's actually on the water. So I thought that was really, really interesting that they chose to do that, and really exciting because that means not everything's going to be CGI. And that means that there's going to be a lot of scenes that we can just kind of like not have to really analyze, like, oh, that doesn't look natural or something like that, you know. So it made me really happy to see that. And they're huge. They were so, I'm not going to say they were exactly the same, but they were pretty damn close to the same ships. Like pretty close. And that made me really excited. They made me really excited because it just looked like they really put in a lot of like time and energy into this project, and I'm here for it. Like this, I really feel like this one is going to be the one. I don't want to get anybody hopes up, but I mean, just go look at it yourself. Go see the little sneak peek, and you guys come back and tell me what you think. Like, am I wrong? Like, doesn't it just gives you like a lot of hope after seeing that? It does for me. You know, I've watched so many shows, especially shows consisting of the supernatural and just powers in general, things like that. I just love it. I love it. You know, I watch Marvel, I watch DC, I watch all of it. I love it. The Boys, and so I've seen some behind the scenes clips and things like that, you know, before they even get released, and just to understand, like, am I going to watch this? Like, are they really, you know, taking their time with this? And that same feeling I have for those other shows, I have for this show. And I know, you know, a lot of people are gonna be like, no, don't do it to yourself, bro. Don't do it. But I mean, I'm doing it. I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna really I'm gonna stand by this one. I know I might be a fool, but I'm gonna do it. So I mean, you guys, listen. We got to give one of these at least a B. At least a B. I mean, think about when Marvel first did its live action. It started a wave of just so many superhero shows and movies and things like that didn't just stop at Marvel, because the demand for superheroes and things like that, TV shows and movie content was just like, it was at its peak, you know, and it still is. So I feel like just the same way superheroes had or have its moment of just like thriving in Hollywood and being done successfully for the most part, I feel like it's time for anime. We gotta have one of them that makes it through, at least one, because that could lead the pack for the rest of them. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of anime shows and movies that I would love to be portrayed in the live action. I would love to see it live action. Just love. You know, I even have my own personal fan casting for some of the anime. So I mean, it makes me excited to see something like that, and I'm excited about this a little bit because I am still currently watching it. But like I said, I'm pretty far along. I'm pretty close to being done. Pretty close. And yeah, so or catching up, not even being done, just catching up. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I don't know what to think about the CGI, but I know they're putting $10 million something around 10 million. I believe it might have been more, but I think around like 10 million per episode. That's pretty nice, you know. I feel like there's potential for it to do really well with that. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, in my opinion, I think the show is going to do great. But I know a lot of people are not going to feel the same way, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But I definitely want to hear you guys' opinions in the comments below. Please. Let's talk about it. Tell me what you think. And that's all the time I have. Thanks for listening to the Review Network. See ya.